Yo, yo, yo. Thank you for joining us on this week's first episode of the Logistics Lounge, where we're just chilling and talking about logistics, transportation, and whatever else pops up. We got Matt Clark in the house today, going to talk about some real time GPS tracking and some cool little technology he's seen coming into the logistics transportation industry. And then we got a little bit of news about the great freight recession, going to touch on. And then we're just going to take it as it comes. So y'all sit back, buckle up, pop a top, and enjoy the lounge. Mr. Hunter, how you doing, broski?
What's up, Pedro?
Man, shit, same old, man, same old.
Well, happy
Another,
hump day to you, man.
yeah, happy Hump Day to you too, man.
It's
Happy Hump
uh
Day.
it's the unofficial Whataburger Wednesday.
Whataburger Wednesday.
Trying to support the great state of Texas, get y'all a little better power grid out there, so I'm doing my bit.
I know that's right. We do need a fucking better power grid. For being the only state that has their own entire power grid, you think that it would be like the best one. But
That's what you
no,
preach.
no,
That's what you
no.
preach. So, there's a lot
Yeah.
of questions being raised.
Oh no. We are our lovely government decided to take the money that they got 10 plus years ago to fix the power grid and do whatever it was that the hell they did with it. But it sure didn't go to fix power grid. That's for fucking sure. So.
Man.
But anyhow, work front, same old stuff, dude. Just dealing with the stupidity of that is the human populace nowadays. And I just saw on LinkedIn, man, went and got me a fresh cut, dude. Like I feel so good when my hair is cut, bro. My beard's done, man. Oh yeah. I painted this one on though. I repainted it. That's what
I
I
was about
did.
to say, I don't know why you pay someone to treat and take care of a fake beard. It's just
No.
doesn't make sense. But whatever, man. It's your life.
How about you, my man? How was your day?
It's been good. It's been all right. It's normal, getting in the swing of 2024, getting trucks where we can, getting them where we cannot. Yeah, life's good, bro. Lounge is good. Got some new things coming up
Where we
at the lounge, as
cannot.
you know.
That's I feel
Which,
I feel that one. Trying to find trucks where you cannot find them. That has been like one of my sole missions for like the last 3 weeks with this nursery customer, dude. Like they pull out of the craziest middle of freaking nowhere joints,
yeah,
dude. It absolutely blows my mind, man.
yeah, and that shit just bothers me though, because it's like that somebody is doing it, like, or somebody can do it. So like when I can't do it, it eats me alive. It eats me
I,
alive, dude.
me too, man. Like I feel you on that because it's like I'm like, dude, like
And I get
man,
there's, like, guests that are local, or, like, owner operators, people that live within an area, and they can get it done, but, like, when I know, like, that there's good volume and, like, things are moving, it's like, I need to hire a private investigator to come out here and figure out what the fuck's going on.
I'm, I'm with you on that, man. I'm telling you, he had this load last week that came from Southern Arizona that went to Vegas. And I'm like, all right, it's coming out of a shitty ass area that nobody likes to go to as it is. And then it's going to a shitty area that nobody likes to go to either. And, but dude, coincidentally enough, I'll say it took me like an hour to find this guy. It was absolutely nuts. All the other ones I've done out of there, or I say all like the four other ones I've done, I struggled so hard to find someone because of where it comes out of. But yeah, I found this one guy in like 30 minutes and I pulled it off e-carrier check and just send an email out and the guy replies, hey, I live 40 minutes from here. I'll do this for you. I'm like, I
Hey,
had
shout
three
out
of them.
E-Carrier Check.
Dude, I had three of them, man, like one every other day, and he did all three of them. And apparently, I guess he runs Arizona to Nevada a lot, so he had stuff coming back. So yeah, pretty good
There you
deal,
go.
man. But yeah, finding them carriers, man, in some of them areas is it's a fucking struggle. I don't know. I honestly I think that it's a lot of that is more of luck of the draw because dude, I could call a carrier, email them, and they just haven't answered their phone or they didn't see the email, but you or another broker could call them in an hour later, and they fucking answer the phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's I don't really always
Hey
chalk
man,
it
but
up.
as brokers, we got to earn our paycheck somehow. Like we can't just sit here and post and pick for free. So it's
Hey, I
I
know
guess I guess sometimes we got to do a little bit.
I need all the money for my G wagon obsession that I can get.
Yes,
Yeah.
with the minimal amount of work, and that's it.
Yes, with
No
the
no
minimum amount.
negotiation.
Yes, and the highest margins I can get off of a carrier. Like I want
Mhm.
every load I do, my mission is to put a carrier in the poorhouse.
Yeah, just
That's
run
how.
it for free. Like, come on,
Yeah,
let's
that's
be
my
real
shit.
here.
Like why are you charging me, man? Like you should be running this for free, man. Which I
Yeah,
agree with
how
you,
much
bro.
are you paying me,
Yeah,
Mister Carrier?
hook a brother up.
Mister
Hey,
Shipper's only paying 1,200. I need to get to that 2,000 mark, so I'll
hey,
take a check.
it's like that meme I posted the other day. Just donate to the HBO fund to help a broker out. You know what I mean? Help a broker out.
That's a good
Oh
T-shirt
man.
right there.
But hey, Steve, you let us know, man. You DM Hunter or I, or if you're in my group, DM us, man. Let us know. We'll get you on the show here soon. All right, news. We're going to head chop this out because Mr. Clark only has a limited amount of time to spend with us today. So we'll go ahead, roll into that. I made it pretty short. It's actually full of a lot of analytics, so I just kind of picked a little bit out of it and such like that that I wanted to see. Sorry, man, had to pull that comment off there. So news. Oh man, what the heck? Sorry, guys. Look, there you go. I got to scroll up to the top for you so you can see it. There you are. All right, freight waves. March of last year, freight waves stated that a freight recession was imminent. And here we are 2 years later after that, or wow, that doesn't make
I'll
sense.
be
I
here.
literally copied that. I copied that. I'm gonna get with old Craig there. I'm like, Craig, you need to spell check your stuff. Here we are. Here we are a year later, and the freight market remains in one of the deepest and longest recessions in history. Now into the third year of the issue at hand, which they're talking about COVID, and then as COVID started ending, is when rates really started plummeting. So here we are about 2.5, 3 years into that. So they say that we've hit the bottom. This partially comes from the tender rejection rate that FreightWaves says are a reliable indicator of the balance of supply and demand. The higher the rejection rate, the more load options a carrier has, and the lower the rejection rate, the fewer load options a carrier has. Tender rejections are currently at 3.95%. They're up from 2024. They're up in 2024 from a low of 3.39% last March, and they're up substantially 2.88% over the long term. They feel that the tender rejections bottomed out in March of this year, and they have slightly climbed in April, which is usually a slow month for freight anyway. So that climb coming up in April is a good sign that they say this great freight recession has gone on longer than the COVID bull run. So here, what are you laughing, man?
The Great Freight Recession. I don't know. It's
That's
funny.
what they call it, the Great Freight Recession. Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
know, but anyway, the Great Freight Recession has lasted longer than the COVID bull run. So all that time during COVID, where everyone was making crazy money and nobody knew what to do with themselves, that lasted a very short amount of time, and now here we are with the freight recession has lasted much longer than that. So they say truckers have had to operate in a manner that they haven't had to before, make adjustments and find ways to maintain themselves in the market. They say that a lot of these drivers, the reserves that they made during the COVID bull run, are likely exhausted, along with their stamina, for trying to stay in the industry. So there's a lot of carriers out there that are they're just really running and picking on nickels and dimes, and just trying to do what they can to survive. And a lot of them are. We talked to a lot of them. They're still struggling out there. Even the ones that know what they're doing. So uh, that's that, man. The last thing that they said is that they're looking for the demand and the rates to really start climbing up fall of this year. And but almost, I love this, but almost certainly by the spring of 2025. That's the thing that I love about all these analytics. And I'm not just talking like picking on freight waves, but just everybody who does these analytics, man. And they give these estimates. Oh, rates will come up in such and such month, but the latest they'll come up is 6 months later, not the next month or 2 months. It's like fucking 6 months later on down the road, man. That shit always it cracks me up, man. Everyone does that. So that's why I never get that stuff. People ask me, "Oh man, what do you think about rates? When are they going to climb?" I'm like, dude, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I can't tell you,
Tomorrow.
bro. Yeah,
Oh,
tomorrow. Fuck, I don't know. Next week, next year, fucking decade. I have no seeking idea, man. Thoughts, comments, concern. Oh, wait a minute, Steve. Yes, but there are also carriers who have good lanes that aren't going totally to the low board. No one talks about that. You're right, Steve. But a majority of the folks out there, man, the owner operators, the small fleets, a lot of them are running off the low boards, especially those ones that came in during COVID. They really, yeah, maybe in here a few
they were
years,
getting
but
fed off the load boards.
what's that, bro?
So they were getting fed off the load boards because there weren't any trucks, and
Yeah,
now there's people going back to business as usual. So
exactly.
small
And a
operations
lot of
can't handle all that freight. So
yeah, no, I agree with you, man. And so, but Steve, point is usually it's the folks that have been in this quite a while, several years, 4, 5, 6, 10, whatever. That they're the ones that really have a good control over the shipper freight, because they've been around long enough and understand how to get in contact with those people and such like that. And
yep.
a lot of these newer carriers that came in from COVID, they ran the load boards, getting paid well up until about 2 years ago, year and a half, whatever. So really they only have a very short amount of time in the actual market, so they really, I guess haven't had a chance to get much of that stuff. But I agree with you, man. There are some folks that out there are getting paid and running well. I do not deny that. Hunter and I both will agree with you on that. We know,
I know a few of them,
yeah, dude, we know plenty of carriers that are still making an absolute
but
killing
it's
out
also
there.
know your situation, know your worth, and don't accept cheap freight if you know it's not worth it. So
That's it, brother. 100%. So win rate's going to come back up. Who knows? I do agree with them that we've hit the bottom. You know what I mean? In a lot of lanes, I have seen actually get back to the pre-COVID activity. And what I mean with that is, there's actually the ebbs and flows in it with the season. In COVID, everything just fucking spiked and it kept going up, 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 up. And so a lot of lanes I have seen the seasonal flexes in those lanes. When it shows that that hey, they are starting to level back out and get back to normal. Even if the rates haven't come up, that's still a good sign. But obviously, there's lanes out there that, I mean, dude, have just been what they're always going to be. Stuff out of SoCal going east and stuff out of Florida and things out of Colorado. I don't think anybody could expect to see anything amazing out of those freaking those areas. So yeah, that's all I got, man. That's all I got. I usually do not do analytical stuff. We always say this is not an analytical show, but see stuff about the market like that is pretty easy to go over and give people a simple synopsis of it. So there you have it. We're at the bottom of the freight recession. Hopefully things will start coming back up. Honestly, dude, I really thought they would. I really thought and was, hoping that they would come back up here for the summertime, man. You know what I mean? But I kind of think, and I've talked about this before, I really think that this being an election year and with the economy, that people are holding off on, consumers are holding off on buying things and people are holding off on building things and so forth and so on, because it's just uncertain times. Economy has been messed up, man, and we don't know who's going to win the thing, and so people aren't sure, hey, which way things are going to go. So maybe as we get closer to like the election and stuff, man, and we don't talk politics here, but this is relevant. If anyone knows anything like politics and elections, they do have a lot to do with economies, even on a small level, on a state level. So, yeah, we'll see. I, for one, I think I would love for them to come back up, not just for you carriers, but dude, when the rates come back up for y'all, more money comes our way as well. A lot of us, we go by percentages and stuff, so I'd rather get 10% off of a $6,000 load than 10% off of that same load at 4,000 or whatever. You know what I mean? So shit. Hey, I'm all for it. Steve, what's up, our brother? What is up? Awesome, awesome meeting. yesterday. I just want to say that, man, dude, that was freaking stellar stuff. Can't wait to get all that together. You ready to get to Matt here? You got anything you want to add before we bring this monster on?
Let's get his ass in here, bro.
All right, man. All right, everybody. Here we are, Matt Clark.
I love it. It's just water over beans.
That's it.
When I was thinking about
Man.
making your video, I was like, dude, I'm just gonna find the two most random fucking things that I can. And at first I had this swing, and then I had kids on a merry-go-round. And then I thought about the water over beans thing, dude, and I found that. But it was Hunter's idea to add the funny ass music. I was like, Hunter, what kind of music should we add? He's like, dude, find like some circus stuff.
Yeah. The water over beans was perfect.
Water over
That's
beans.
excellent.
We knew
That's
you would
cool.
love it, man. You got that same kind of mess with people personality that we do, man. Give them shit.
Yeah. I would have done the same thing. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. I still use the cup, man, the mug every day. It's
That's
beautiful.
awesome, bro. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
We still
I
have yet
mean,
to
you
get
saw my
ours.
LinkedIn post.
Yeah.
I was gonna get like your little logo off LinkedIn and use that. I'm like, dude, your logo's great, but the mug's better.
Oh no, the mug is fire, bro. The mug is fire, and you should feel. I think you are to this day the only person with the Logistics Lounge coffee mug.
That is confirmed.
Fantastic.
Dude, yeah. When that
If
first show
if
we
you
talked
don't
about,
have one, look at my LinkedIn. You'll love it. It will fit like, I don't know, pot and a half of coffee. It's so
All the coffee.
big.
you got like the 20-ounce one, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, you would think you only need 1 cup of coffee if you drink the 20-ounce, but you need like 7 of them.
Dude,
Yeah. Truck stop. You guys need to order some from these guys. Order some mugs, hand them out. You could probably do a collaboration, toss both logos on a mug.
Yeah, truck stop. Whoever you are.
Yeah, truck stop. Yeah.
It's a computer.
Internet robot load board thing.
That's right. That's what they are, dude. Yeah, man. And if you know what, if we do coffee mugs from now on, we're gonna have to alter them somehow so that way the one you have will be the only one ever in existence.
Yeah, you said you use it every day. I hope you're washing it at least like once a week, month, however, it's
once a month. Okay. You know what? The thick day old, week old coffee in the bottom of it is better after you pour new over top. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's where the good stuff is.
That's the good stuff's at the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Get a little spoon.
That's why there's bottom feeder fish. The good stuff's at the bottom, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
right. Adam, his cup
seasoned. Yes, it's like a fine skillet.
Oh my god, bro, that's funny shit. Matt, how you been, man? How's everything going? How's life going? How's work going?
Life's good, chaotic with 4 kids, but good. Been traveling a little bit for work, so that's good. Actually, you guys were in Louisville, a month ago for Matt's, and I'm headed to Louisville, I think next month for a organ transplant related conference. So I'll have to ask you guys what bars you went to. Maybe I don't want to know.
No. But like, dude, that comment was so fucking vague. Like, it's like, I'm going to an organ transport related thing. Like, dude. We sure as hell.
That's that weird guy that just walks around. Has nothing to do with it. He just walks around and checks it out. Got any samples?
Right. You got any samples? Yeah. So, no, life's been good. I'm excited to be back. Still follow you guys heavily. Doing a lot. I remember when Robert and I first talked, and it was like this was just born, and now look at it. It's unbelievable what you guys have done. And
you're one of the dumpster babies, man. You're one of the dumpster babies. That's how the first show started, man. It was.
today I saw like the people that I have a connection with that are following, and I'm like, dude, there's a lot of big shots. And then there's a lot of different people from a lot of different spaces in the logistics world, regardless of what it is, that are following this podcast, this lounge. And I mean, that says something. So I appreciate you guys having me back.
Nah, dude, we appreciate you coming, and thank you for the compliment, man. You're Matt, you're always welcome. Dude. You're always welcome. You've popped in a few times with us, but dude, you ain't. Hey, once you're on the show, as long as we don't kick you off, hey, all you got to do is just ask for a link, man, and Hunter and I will drop you a link. You can come and freaking hang out, man. But again,
Yep. Fridays at 10:00 when there's like this entire screen's full of people. I've been on a couple of those. It's been fun, but dude, no, it's cool, man. It's cool. It's all, I say this and I'm not joking. There's a lot of podcasts out there, and I know there's a lot of good podcasts, but I have seen firsthand the connections that this podcast has made between people throughout the US and throughout the world. You know what I mean? Like it's genuine. There's legit, sincere relationships that are made and connections that are made. And then you see somebody today, was it Steve, gave a plug to Shoreline Capital? Yeah. Like, I mean, that would have never happened had it not been for this. You know what I mean? So
we appreciate it, dude. And hey, we do. We had some meetings for the show yesterday, and in one of our meetings, and Hunter and I have been using the term, but man, like we have come to a realization that part of this show is like about building a collective. You know what I mean? It's just not a network, man. Like, network to me, it's like, oh, I know so-and-so, you know what I mean? But a collective, a group of people that, if someone needs something, they go to that person. These people, we work together, we hang together, all that stuff, man. And, when you're down, they're there to pick you up and stuff. And so, yeah, bro, we didn't know that was going to be one of the outcomes, but it's probably been one of the best outcomes, man, is that we've got a lot of people doing business with each other. Like people have gotten jobs or offers and opportunities from other people on the show. It's been pretty fucking cool, man. So thanks again, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, like it's good to have a network, but networks are like, well, I know a person that knows a person. And then it's like, well, I'm looking for a job, or I applied for a job over here, and you reach out to your network. But it's so like, just because you know that person here, but this is like, if I know I need help, I can reach out to Hunter. We have that connection where it's like, yeah, cool.
Oh, yeah, dude. I mean,
so
we've had it happen.
The whole point of the lounge, man. That's why I like the creativity. You gotta use your imagination on this. But this is literally a logistics bar. At the end of the day, come in, sit down, tune in, whatever. You never know who you might meet. You never know who you might spark up a conversation with, like get a relationship with, connect with them, see someone comment and go talk to them later down the road and say, hey, I know these guys from this show. And then boom, it flourishes from there. It's nothing secretive, nothing like, oh, you want to talk to this person? Well, I don't know about that. No, it's like, yeah. Dude, this guy's cool as fuck. He's got a badass truck and 1,000,000 acres of land. Like,
oh yeah, man, it's been awesome. Hey, before we move on from this actual topic right here, I want to give some love to Dale. I want to give some love to Dale, and then I also want to it'll roll into about like making connections and helping people and putting out information. So I had a friend of mine who called me yesterday, and they said, hey, Rob, someone put a carrier assure thing on us saying that we're double brokers or a scammer. And I'm like, well, that's not what carrier assure does. And I was like, I need more context. And so they got all the information. The point is they use a virtual address. Their virtual address is taught and now has a report across the industry of some double brokers. And, I tried to explain the whole situation to them, and they were like, well, what do we do? And I said, you need to change your addresses. And she's like, well, I did. The physical address is his house. And then I looked it up. I said, yeah, but his mailing address is still that virtual office. I said, until you change that, no broker worth their salt is going to fucking do business with you. I said, I wouldn't do business with you. I said, even though I know you, the procedures I got here, they wouldn't allow. My wife Kat was on the other side of the thing, and she said, "Babe," she's like, "they would know that shit if they watched the logistics lounge." She's like, "Who's that guy? You had that guy on that was talking about virtual addresses and the thing that he has. You met him in Max. Who was that guy?" And I was like, "Oh, Dale Prax." She goes, "That's it." And my wife goes, she's like, "I know this shit, and I'm not even in logistics." So Dale,
That's hilarious.
Man, my
It's
wife,
the truth.
yeah.
For Kat to get pumped about this show is saying something. That's all I'm saying.
It was funny, dude.
Hater number one.
Yeah, when she was on the other side of the wall, and y'all would know that shit if you watched the show. Steve, you're right, man. Hunter said that a while back. It is like Cheers, man, where everybody knows your name. That's it, man. It sure the fuck is, dude. Awkward
Absolutely.
silence.
I thought you had a question lined up, Pedro.
No,
So Matt, I saw in your
I said we already know everything about Matt. No,
I know.
I thought he said he was going somewhere with his whole
right
thing. So I didn't know.
Let's pick one of the things here today. What you got any updates in the world of real time GPS tracking there, Matt? Any new cool things that we need to know about?
So recently I've seen a lot of these stickers coming out, right? That are like tracking stickers. They're on a roll. You put it on a package and it can track. I haven't personally seen them in my hand. I think it's a great concept. I was asked, I think I talked about this last time I was on the show. I was asked probably 5 years ago if we could do that with the company I was working at the time. And I'm like, there's no way. Like, it's a sticker. But now they're coming out. The technology is a little different. So while I think you've taken a step forward of introducing a sticker and making it something that's already in the workflow of putting stickers on boxes, so on and so forth, and pallets, like, that's great. But the tracking itself is like, technology is going back a little bit because you don't have that real-time GPS. It's different technology. So I think
more of a scan and
it does do tracking, but it's all based on like low power consumption technology and GSM. So again, I haven't personally tested it, just from what I've read. I mean, I think again, it's the step in the right direction, but still, it's, I think it's going to eventually replace hardware that has to be returned, which is the biggest challenge, reverse logistics. So there's still a need for hardware that's embedded into boxes, into cargo, because that sticker doesn't tell you if it's inside of a package, if that package is open, right? So that's just been something I've been following for a little bit, because there are a couple companies that have launched it. And so, it's exciting, and they're starting to see. I saw a podcast today, and there was somebody on there talking about cargo theft, and the bad guys opening up trucking companies, and that's 100% true. It's been happening for a while now, but they have legit operations, legit drivers, legit forklift operators, legit warehouses that you pass as you're going to the warehouse next to it. And it looks and it feels the same. And I know I posted something earlier this week about a load of pork that was stolen. And the thing there is, like, that goes back to that warehouse. As an example, goes back to that warehouse in Texas, and it's not stored in a climate controlled area. It's stored on the dock next to the stolen tennis shoes. And then they have legit salespeople that go out and sell the product, and then it goes to the mom and pop, restaurant, and people get sick. It's just but the restaurant has no idea. So yeah, I mean, there's yeah. The problem is it's huge, because then you also have the fence where all of it's exported, And I mean, it's a massive, 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 massive organization. It's a legit business that, it's hard to you're not going to stop all of it, right? Banks have security cameras, but people still rob them. I mean, my thinking is real-time GPS is not going to stop it. Locks aren't going to stop it. Driver training is not going to stop it. But a layered approach, as I said the other day, real-time GPS. I mentioned Gigo in there. You get Evan over at the parking club. They truck parking club. They're they're not on the side of the highway. It's more of a secured lot, some of those from what I've seen. So it's like you're protecting the cargo. It's a layered approach. One thing is not going to protect it, but multiple layers of having a legit lock, having, safe parking, having real-time GPS. It's from a cargo security standpoint, there's not one single solution that's going to resolve it. You have to do multiple things.
I like Dale's idea. Hypothetically, of course.
There you go.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
I mean, that is right, though, man. I mean, because you look at most of the theft, fraud or even like cargo theft nowadays. It's all inside jobs, and like,
a lot of
lipstick a pig, and I mean, dude, like they're good at what they do. There's a reason that it's such a problem that it is. I mean, we're talking, upwards of $800 billion or $800 million, and then now with I forget which one it was. It's either fraud is $3 trillion or cargo thefts $3 or $4 trillion, and then like the other's like $800 million. Like, it's insane.
It is insane, and a lot of people that are like say a shipper of computers, they may only have a partial load, but obviously due to the value of it and the product itself, and it's high risk, they pay for a partial, they pay for a full truckload. And then these carriers know that, hey, this is a partial load. We're coming out of California, going to Jacksonville, Florida. Dude, we're picking up another partial load and we're dropping it off in wherever in between here and there. And people never know, right? But time and time again, I've seen where people have real-time GPS devices with light notification, and they see it's backed up to a dock, not the shipper's dock. It's already left. And then you call and you get the runaround. No, the driver's on the road. No, he's not. He's backed up to a dock. This is the address, right? So it's in those, it's like, had you not known, would that have been a cargo theft, right? Had you not addressed that, would that have been a cargo theft? And now they're like, he has technology to tell, where it's at. We're gonna send it, right? We're gonna ship it. We're move on. It's wild, man. And it's not even the cargo theft, right? It's just the visibility. I think the visibility is huge, right? You don't know if it's delayed unless you're on the phone. And for carriers, it's good to have a relationship with every party involved. But at the end of the day, you save administrative cost when your user can click on a link and see where it's at, your shipper, your receiver, right? So the cargo piece is one thing, but the real-time visibility is a second. And I think eventually we'll get there. It's different than tracking the truck, as I've said before. So but I'm excited because there's some new technology coming out. I always try to poke around, play with it, check it out, see what works and what doesn't work, man. There's a lot of junk out there, but there's a lot of good stuff, just like anything, right?
Yeah, you'll definitely have to send some of those links over for the sticker tracking, though, because I love stickers, but like having that like as a tracking option, like that's
right.
That's awesome. That's sick. I would want to have one just to have one. I don't know if I
Sony just got into it. I don't know if they purchased an existing GPS tracking company, or hell, it's Sony. They may have spun up something, but it's going to be hard to convince me. I'm going to have to do a lot of testing just because I know the actual hardware is reliable that I use today, So, uh, but yeah, I will send that over to you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you think about an iPhone, it takes $8 to build an iPhone, and there's like it is a tracking device. So like it's gotta be
Right.
possible. And that's such a small piece I could imagine. So you just wedge it in between there. But like you said, I guess it would be the power source that would be the biggest factor in it all.
Yeah. Yeah. And to Dale's comment, man, I mean, I think that's true in any industry that law enforcement is trying to, combat something, a problem. The bad guys are always 10 steps ahead of you. They're always 10 steps ahead of law enforcement, right? Like there's different types of law, and you've all seen them that are, the shipper puts it on, the receiver can't even take it off, and they have to get a code. It's all digital, and the lock unlocks itself, or it's a lock that covers a lock. There's different layers, and but
That is true.
but the thing is I've seen people torch the hinges off of trailer doors, dude. Just remove both doors. The lock doesn't matter at that point. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
what you have, right? Um,
Oh yeah. That's one of the first times I ever witnessed it is like shipping something from California to Chicago, and that's exactly what they did. They popped off the doors, moved it on a container, threw a cell phone in there with it, and it took freaking 2 weeks to get it there. And they're just like, "Oh, the truck's broke down," but I'm like, "It's moving, it's moving, like not very
right.
fast, but it's been stuck in one spot
Yeah.
for a couple days, and like
Slow.
now it's moving down the line again." And they're like, "Oh no, 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 you got it fixed, and now it's broke down again." And I'm like, "No, it's not. It got there,
Yeah.
but."
I I agree. I agree with Redneck Trucker. If we could find a way to install a wife into every load, dude, you would never lose a load because every married man can attest. Like, dude, if there's one person that can find you, it is your wife. They have this inevitable ability to find anything. So I agree. We need to find a way to implement wife tracking into all our freight loads, all our freight.
Yeah. There's a talk about connections. There's a friend of mine, Robin Jones, met him a while back here on LinkedIn, due to a post and one of my posts, and I was texting with him today. He's the founder of My Safe Base, and it's really a risk management and risk mitigation system. But it's, if you had boots on the ground somewhere, lone workers, so on and so forth, but it's all based on your cell phone, and it's an entire platform on your cell phone. If you're an organization sending people, say, workers to the Middle East or to another country, they can use this app, but there's value in it for logistics as well, right? Drivers and so on and so forth. And I remember a couple years back there was a driver shot and killed in Chicago, and then the union blocked them from being able to have handheld GPS devices that had panic buttons. If they ever got into an emergency event, it would automatically dispatch law enforcement where they were to that physical location. And the union's like, no, the company will abuse the tracking and track them all the time and use it against them. And the company's like, no, we won't. This is for their benefit. Well, My Safe Base, not to get in too much in the weeds, but it doesn't track unless the person asks for help. And all they got to do is push one button, right? And so I think that's to Redneck
Right?
Trucker's point. Like, it's a mobile thing that's already there, and driver already has a phone, right?
The
And
reason the reason the unions didn't do it is because they couldn't find a way to add it into the dues. Uh,
100%.
that's what it was. They couldn't find a way to make money off of us. They said, "No, no, man."
Yep. Yep. Exactly. So, but no, it's good stuff. I know it's ever changing, trying to add in new technology to combat, everything, and just provide better user experience, right? Um, Overall. And I think that, that really leads me into something that I discussed on the last time I was here. is like implementation of this technology into transportation logistics is you see a lot of it, but then it feels like the other side is slow to adopt technology, right? And this gal reached out to me yesterday on LinkedIn. We were connected, don't know how. Yeah, exactly. Um, this lady reached out to me yesterday on LinkedIn and just wanted to pick my brain. Her daughter um, is the founder of a automated accounts receivable company, technology company, specifically for transportation logistics. And she's like, we're having a hard time selling it, right? Like we can save organizations 35 to 50% like overhead costs by automating all of their accounts receivable. But and she's like, how, how do we get there? How do we show them the proof? And I'm like, well, I'd love to have a conversation, but there's really two pieces. There's the customer who's paying for it, the executive person, right? And then the user. So you need to have meetings with both. You need to meet with Robert, who's going to pay for it, explain to him as the customer why he needs it, why his business needs it, how it's going to benefit them. Then you need to meet with Hunter so he understands how to use it and he understands the benefit to him. So that's the biggest challenge is just, and I think it's for every industry, but really in logistics. I'm sure you guys see it. I mean, when I was with UPS, man, it wasn't that long ago. We still had paper manifests and it was our go-to. And those paper manifests went into an office and there were gals in there, clerks that would type in everything, dude, or barcode if it had a barcode on the bill. There's the technology is there, but companies are slow to bring it on board.
Yeah, there's a lot of people, I mean, just from experience like that are still living in the Stone Age. One of the companies I worked for just a couple years ago, dude, their processes, like even just like TMSs, the TMS they used was one step above a green screen. Like all of the rate
Yeah.
confirmations were printed out. They had, like, but it was like a family company, but they were huge and it was just so inefficient. Like you're talking about with, uh, automating, accounts receivable and stuff like that. That would have been firing dude's sister, and that would have caused just a family dilemma. So like, I don't know. I mean, technology's there, and I think people are just scared of it. Like when you're talking about cost savings, it's people still want to be hands on and have a person doing it, and it's not always necessary. But things like tracking or I mean, shit. I think AR should definitely be like accounting. That I don't want to deal with those people ever,
No,
like
no.
ever. Because you
Yeah.
know what they
And
do? They call me. They call me and say, "Hey, I need this," and I'm like, "I'm not an accountant. I'm not doing your job for you." And they're like, "Oh, you got to do this, or you're not getting paid." And I'm like, like it's just
yeah.
frustrating.
Okay. You cornered me. I'll do it.
Yeah,
Well, and that's just it is I remember back when I was in LTL, man, even on the days that were your best days, you were behind, right? I think everyone in logistics understands that. Even when you're caught up, you're still behind.
yeah,
Um,
always.
and I remember having special project managers that would, talk about this or talk about that and implement this or try to tell you to do it one way or the other. And it's like, dude, you don't even know why there's a third pedal on a forklift. There's not a clutch. You don't shift gears on a forklift. But these people, these people are these forklifts manual. Why is there a clutch? So like you don't even know how to run a forklift, and you're trying to tell us. But to there's when you're pounding the rock like that, and you're in it for 12, 14, 16 hours a day, you don't care about all the other things that happen. So I can appreciate that because I've been there, right? You don't have the time to spend to implement new things and try new things and for it just to fail. So I think, and margins are small, but if there's 35 to 50% cost savings, that's a no-brainer to me. And they
Yeah,
can help redeploy your staff, right? That was one thing she was talking about is like we help retrain and redeploy the staffs. They still need them, mean, to some capacity, right? Just because you can't pull McDonald's tried to do that with the kiosks of
Yeah.
ordering, and there's still people now because there's people that don't want to use it that have to come out and order for the person as they take it at the kiosk in the lobby, right? So like you fully can't get away from having physical people. But you know, this organization, and then I had to use it. I said, and there's this really cool thing called the Logistics Lounge. You need to get connected. You need to get on there. You need to get connected, and they can help you. They do ads, they do promotions, they do everything. They have a lot of people that follow them. So I highly recommend that you get on board and
Well,
chat with them. So
you gotta DM us her information, man. You know, I mean, I know
yeah,
money
People
stuff.
can't run from us. People cannot
Yeah.
run from us. We will
Well, I mean,
track you down. No pun intended. But like,
you know, a lot of people shy away from money stuff, but you know, one of the shows that I really enjoyed was when we had Janelle on, and she talked about like doing money in her method called Profit First, and like, dude, for weeks after she was on, we had people talking about, oh man, you need to call Janelle, you need to call Janelle, you need to go watch that show with Janelle. So like, money stuff's good, man, because like there, I see it this way, man. You're good. Anyone can be good at one thing or some things, but you can't be good at everything. And personally, I think that unless you have some sort of money experience at a business level, even as a business owner, you do not probably should not be dealing with your own money as far as your AR and your AP and that stuff. Like, yeah, it could maybe a small cost, but that's something that it's worth it to pay someone something to keep track of those things for you, and take care of that stuff, dude. And especially if you can automate things. Like, I'm a big automation person in everything, like every part of my life. If I can come up with a system and just click a button or two, or have to do one action or two actions to make something happen, I love that shit, man. So, and anything you
yeah,
can put on an automation is amazing. And even just that, just automation it saves you money. Like she's talking about, because it is. I mean, like, you don't have someone physically having to do that task or all of that task. Maybe they just got to do a part of it, and that goes with anything, man. I mean, like Hunter was talking about the company that he used to be with, that it was all old school and shit. If they probably simply just would have updated their TMS system, you know what I mean? Like, dude, the printer paper, the printer ink, all the stuff that they could have saved on, saved money on.
the printer, because you're
Yeah,
printing so much, you got to buy a new printer every 6
yeah,
months.
yeah. There you
oh,
go.
dude. Yeah, I could
It
go on and
is,
on about that, dude. It's like you're just looking at it. It's like you're wondering why, like, you have like this deficit that you don't know where it's from. But it's like I could sit you down and walk you around your office and point at 6 different things that would probably save you $20,000 a month, easy.
yeah,
Like,
Dude, that's why, like, one of my favorite things and that I've done in logistics was dealing with like operations, because I'm an efficient motherfucker. Like, I am. Like, I want to make something as streamlined as possible, man, to
yeah,
where
bare
like I
bones
have, yeah,
operations, man. Like,
dude, yes, I want
less
to put,
hands in the cookie jar.
there you
Like,
go,
hey, we got the technology. We have the technology to do
minimal
it. Like,
fucking effort, dude.
I
That's
mean,
what I
dude,
like.
there's reason that there's people out there, that have a 3-person team, but they're running a multi-million-dollar book of
Yeah,
business, like,
yeah.
and they're doing fine.
Yeah,
yeah,
dude, I like anything that makes something efficient. And when you make something efficient, you make it more effective. You know what I
Yeah,
yeah,
mean? And you're able to have it zone in on exactly the grid coordinates. That's military talk, I guess, but it's zone on exactly on the grid coordinates for what you're trying to accomplish there, and get those rounds on target, man. So yeah, you need to hook us up with her, dude. Hunter and I like to have her on the show, dude, like that. That'd be great. Obviously, and pretty much everybody we know is, either owns a business or is in some type of level of a business to where, something like that could freaking help them, dude.
yeah, absolutely. I'll make the connection after this show,
Yeah, yeah.
for sure. But no, I agree. I think there's great use for a lot of technology. It is just, and I told her it. You face it with real time GPS. Like you can tell them this is why they need it. This is how it can benefit them. And dude, it's more than cargo theft prevention. It's more than real time visibility. It's to analyze your lanes, analyze the performance of your carriers, right? Analyze everything, right? I mean, depending on the system, it's going to tell you everything. It could analyze the product, the packaging itself, right? Depending on what it is. Like it's list goes on and on and on. It's going to give you all of the recap and of your shipping and what you've done. So yeah, I'll for sure make that connection, and hopefully you guys can get her on the show.
We will get on the show. Like Hunter said, there is no running from us.
Yeah, no, you.
If you send us a message and say, "Hey, I like the Logistics Lounge," you're gonna be on the show at some point. Like, I don't care
Yeah,
what you do, we'll find something to talk about. And if you say
That's
you
it.
can't get on for 6 months, well, we have an opening next week.
yeah,
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 yeah.
exactly. Peer pressure.
It
Oh,
is. It is. We're relentless, man. For real, dude. I am.
we have our ways.
Yeah, man, dude. You can't say no to us, man. I love like when everyone like this guy today that we met his people at Matt's. He was like, oh, he's like, man, I was there. I don't remember you guys. He's like, oh, matter of fact, we have a meeting with him tomorrow. But he was like, can you send me like some info about you? And I just like dropped the link to our socials. And I was like, dude, just go cruise to this stuff. It'll tell you all you need to know about us. And then he replied to me, he's like, yeah, let's set up a meeting. What time can you do next week?
Right.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome, dude. So
Yeah.
yeah,
There is no info besides our social, and that says enough. So, which I mean, you guys are going to have the new website. So what's going to be on the new website?
Oh boy! All right, so the website is a
Can we
place.
talk about this, or are we
yeah,
allowed,
We
or
can
is it
absolutely talk about it. So it's going to be
okay?
logisticslounge.stream. Shout out to the Talamo brothers, old Steve and IT Brian, um, with Cleve Logistics, of course. Check them out. Great drayage operation out of Charleston. They actually just opened up a new 35,000 square foot warehouse in Charleston, I do believe. I'll have to
yes,
check that out.
somewhere, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but so the website,
Transload.
yeah. So the website's going to be there. He is, IT
There
Brian.
it
What's
is.
up, my
IT
guy?
Brian.
So the website's gonna be, for our merch. It's gonna be a place to see our schedule for our show. It's gonna be connected with our socials. So like LinkedIn, X, it'll be on the side. So you pop in, you can see what we're posting daily. We're gonna give a little section for anybody that's been on the show, our sponsors, people that have, smaller businesses, any business at all that we've had on the show. We're gonna give them a little shout out, a little rundown of their company, like their contact information. Even thinking about maybe a trucker form. I don't know. That
Yeah.
idea was popped into me. So, like maybe you get like a login and you can have your little account and then there'll be, just forms about stuff, news articles, obviously our merchandise, some partnerships we're working on, their products, potentially. And yeah, it's gonna be whatever we want it to be, and whenever you or anybody that is a part of the show or sees the show wants it to be. So it's
Yeah,
just going to be an extension of us, a place like for example, I forget who it was. I think it was Steve or Tart that was, they saw our hats, or it might have even been Taylor. I don't know, but someone, they saw what we were doing, they saw our hats, and they were like, "Man, I want one of those." Or they were looking for our schedule and they typed in the Logistics Lounge, and all they found was, our YouTube channel, our LinkedIn, yada yada, and they were like, "I was looking for a website." So, um, yeah, we're
I'm
just
uh I'm gonna add some scope creep to Brian if he's still listening on the schedule. It'd be really cool because if I'm looking at the schedule and it's 3 weeks from now and there's somebody on there that I'm interested in, add to calendar. And then I can add
yeah,
it to my calendar as a reminder. So scope
boom.
creep, Brian, you're welcome. if you're an IT guy, you can appreciate scope
Brian,
creep. So
Brian is awesome.
He said
When
he's here. He's
yeah,
he's on the payroll as we speak. So
yeah. When Brian is, man, we talked to him yesterday. He said a lot of words that we didn't understand, but
yeah, but we just
he's
yeah.
all
yeah,
he's all fucking talking about PP codes. He's dot com like we're like, bro,
clicky. That's all we needed to do.
yeah, clicky clicky. Clicky clicky.
Yeah.
That's all we need.
We're sitting over here like, can we put our logo on it? Can we have sounds and stuff? Oh, dude, that would be. Oh man, I got ideas for this.
Hey, like MySpace back in the day, where you had your custom page
We could make
music.
We could make it a thing, like.
How cool!
Hey,
Cool
regardless, I think Robert needs to use his certification in Microsoft Paint and make the picture for your landing page.
Yeah, Rob, you need to let me know when you want some head cutouts done. I'll get it done for you, buddy.
Bro, I did it on the fly, man. I need to find some new ones. Yeah, exactly, Steve. Yeah. Steven, that's Brian's brother. He's in the same frame of mind. Brian talks to him and he's like, just fucking do it. Whatever you
do
say,
it.
man. Whatever you say.
I need this button to do this. I don't care what happens in the back end. I just need it to work.
Brian, clicky, 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 clicky.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing we're gonna do is we're gonna have virtual truck racing on there. So we're gonna find some cats on YouTube and have them do the truck driver simulator, and people are gonna place bets on there hypothetically. See who can get from Georgia to Tennessee faster. Not really.
Dude,
Maybe a little
say that,
casino though.
You said would be a good one would be the old Smokey and the Bandit run. You know what I mean? From old Texarkana over there. That'd be a good one, bro. So you can do the Smokey and the Bandit run the fastest. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah. But we got ideas, man. And if you got any ideas or anybody listening, y'all got ideas, hit us up. Hit us up.
When's it gonna launch?
I think about a month.
Yeah. Yeah. He's already locked.
It depends on how much we add to it between now and the end of the week.
Nah.
Well, I mean, I'm sure, dude. Honestly, I think what it's going to be is more of it's going to be like making it worthy of the lounge, and not saying that like Brian won't do that, but it's more like it needs to be the lounge. You know what I mean? Like Hunter said, it's going to be an extension of, as he said, 2028.
Hey,
so
if you pay the premium, he can have it done in 2025.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. For an extra 2 nickels, he'll have it done in 2025. But I think, I mean, it's just like we talked yesterday, man, and like Brian put out so many ideas, and it's like, and it's just a lot, dude. Like I'm, anyone could go on Wix, and make a simple website and stuff. But I mean, like I don't know if we're gonna do it, man, we're gonna do it the lounge way. It's gonna have the stuff that we think everyone wants to see, and yeah, Brian, sure, fuck yeah, let's do a preview right now. But so yeah, that's it, man.
Wait, is Brian gonna do a primo or a preview? Primo. I read Talmo. Hey, Brian is primo though. Brian is primo. All right, that's primo.
That is, I don't know what primo means everywhere else.
That's number one.
It has a different meaning down here in the South.
Yeah, but this is what we got right now. So you can click on our little TikTok page, take you there. I don't even know if it's gonna load. Might not. Our TikTok. Brian, if you're listening, take down the Facebook. We are anti-Facebook.
Yeah.
You can click on our X, take us there. And if anybody knows how to take an existing thing and make it into a vector file, because it looks a little blurry on my end, hit me up. But yeah, I mean, so we'll have our tabs here. We got to get with Claudia to get our freight fraud fighter tab in here.
Oh, dude, that would be. Oh, bro, that'd be a sick ass fucking tab.
Oh, dude,
Have
that's already been one of the things. That's Claudia and I have
Bro,
already talked about
I
that.
didn't hear that yesterday. That is a good idea, dude. Put like Claudia and in the Ben report and Dale
Yeah.
Pratt and
So yeah,
Shifra.
it's gonna be like a partnership website. Like all the people that are involved can
Yeah,
have a piece of it. Like,
hell yeah,
and
dude.
it's gonna be the lounge, but on the website. Like, so like like you, Matt, if you have any updates on tracking, and there's something you want us to share on tracking, well, we can get it set up and boom, plop it right
Yeah.
on here, and we'll have your information on there. So if anybody wants to reach out to you, they can and talk to you about GPS tracking, yada yada, and it's just gonna be like a the lounge community, but conglomerate, like
Right.
because we got people on YouTube, we got people on Facebook still on Rob's page, we got people on our personal pages, X, TikTok. I don't even know if people follow us on TikTok. We're getting launched on
I didn't
Instagram.
even know you had a TikTok.
Dude, we do. It only has like
TikTok's
a few.
weird. I think we're
Yeah,
too old for TikTok.
it is. We haven't learned the
If
algorithm
you're
yet.
not dancing, you're not getting any followers. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
say that.
it's fucking weird.
Or if you're not throwing chairs off of rooftop bars
I
Follow
guess.
down
us
there in
on
Nashville.
TikTok.
Yeah, I don't know, man. We may or may not. He said refresh the page, Hunter.
Oh,
I don't
I
know.
just posted
I don't
that.
know. I haven't talked to Hunter about it. We may or may not keep TikTok. Like, the algorithm is weird, and dude, Hunter said it before. Dude, we've got like some videos that got like a
Oh,
couple.
look how fast IT Brian is. This is insane. So you just saw the page I had pulled up. All of this is already done.
Holy
Hey,
shit! Holy fucking
wait until
crap!
you get that bill from Brian.
Hey, oh, hey, Brian. So Thursdays we go on at the same time at 15:30 CST ish, and then Fridays at 4 o'clock Central Time.
You should, Brian. You should definitely put the ish and look at you. My last name is SEN. I'm not fucking Scottish or Irish. Viking pride, baby.
So
Viking
grab a
pride.
seat, pour yourself a drink, and join us at the Logistics Lounge.
That's
That is
it, dude. I love
sexy,
it.
dude.
Damn,
That is
bro.
That's
He is
legit.
so. Holy crap, dude. Like,
working
holy
with the.
dude. Brian is the freaking goat, man.
It's
Holy
happening. It's happening.
shit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
there we go. Merch. I don't think there's anything in here at the moment. Oh, somehow figured out how to do
Holy
it.
fucking damn.
Where's
Somehow figured out how to do it.
the coffee mug?
Dude, I love that merchandise thing behind there. Holy crap.
Hey,
Bro,
just so everybody knows that this is not live time yet, so do not go here to purchase any merchandise. Or these two hats are still at the Logistics Lounge 365.com. But yeah, dude, this is swank. And this is only day
holy
2. We had
shit.
this conversation. Actually, we had this conversation
24 hours ago.
24 hours ago. Let's go.
That's awesome. That's exciting to see. Yeah, as you guys move along with it, let me know. I'd love to pull back up, even like outside of the show, just to see it, spitball some ideas. But I think it'd be super cool. Like I said, you have that calendar with a schedule to be able to like store that on your calendar, so you don't know what I mean. Me as a user, me as a follower, don't forget about this thing. I want to watch in a week and a half.
Dude, yeah,
I mean,
and
obviously you have your MVP of getting a website out there. You can't have everything, but that could be phase 2.
no, yeah, and the calendar thing, man, is a great
Oh,
thing.
did you
Like,
see that, Rob?
oh, that is holy shit, that is
You just
sick.
click on our picture and it takes you right
Oh
to our
my god,
LinkedIn.
that is so sick, dude.
We got
Damn,
cool people in the
Brian.
lounge,
Hey,
man. Lounge lizards run the world.
Brian, I don't care what Steve says about you behind your back. I don't believe it. Just saying. I don't care what he says about you, man. Oh, dude, that's funny, man.
Yeah, that's
That
dope.
is so great that he added the background to him. That is so dang, Brian. Holy crap, man.
Oh
Dude,
yeah,
you are
yeah, dude. This
I mean,
is
just the whole thing, period, man. Like he is like I don't know. And the best thing about working with IT Brian is he's a watcher of the show and like he knows us. You know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
when we say something like Brian gets it, he's like, yeah, dude, you know what I mean? And he makes it just he can make it come to life so easily, which
Hold on, I'm
I
in.
it's obviously a great a great thing, man. You know what I mean? And again, dude, talking about the show, man, it's about connections, man, and a collective. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just like what we're about, man.
Hey Brian, I
That's
just saw
awesome.
you a message. If you can put like the neon logo like that's right here, up here where the microphone is, I think that'll flow very well. I
Pop it.
like yeah,
That's
it'll
better.
pop it.
I like
So
that better. I like the microphone there better.
yeah, and then we'll just have like the neon logistics lounge
Yeah,
logo right here.
that'd be sick, Hunter. That would be sick, dude. Hell yeah, it would be.
Yes.
Man, man,
Well,
Hunter.
I appreciate it, guys. I'm gonna have to jump, get
All right,
these
bro.
kids that are screaming dinner. Stay
What's for dinner?
connected on that. I don't know. I have no idea. I got to figure it out.
Peanut butter jelly sandwiches, motherfuckers.
Yeah, Uncrustables. Uncrustables. So, no, I'll connect you with that gal with the automated
Yes,
accounts
do
receivable,
that.
and I'll do that right when we get off, and then there's a
Okay.
couple other things that I'm going to follow up with you guys on, and we'll go from there. But yeah, keep me updated on this website. That's slick.
Cool
Congrats.
Yep.
beans, man.
And Matt,
Yeah.
we appreciate
All right,
you.
guys.
Yeah, man. Have a good one, man. Enjoy the evening.
Are you
Where's
still
Hunter,
Yeah,
with
for
us,
baby?
Matt?
sure. I appreciate you guys
Oh,
having me, and look forward
well,
to being
hold on.
back.
Before you go, do you have any exiting comments, any plugs you want to make? Like, where can people find you?
Yeah. Just find me on LinkedIn, Matt Clark. I'm always commenting, tagging. Logistics Lounge, pretty easy to find me, easiest to connect there. Only plug I have is water over beans.
Water over beans, baby. That's it.
Water over beans.
Fuck yeah, brother. Have
But
an
no, that's
amazing.
all I got. All right, guys. Appreciate it. We'll talk later, and I'll send you some info shortly.
Cool
Sweet,
beans,
broski.
man. Later,
Deuces.
Matt.
See you guys. Bye.
Sweet. Hey, anybody watching? You want to hop in the show for a little bit? Just let us know, man, and or lady, and we'll gladly bring you in. Freaking yeah, dude. Brian is man.
That's lit.
Nice, bro. Just man, I'll tell you, dude. This place is absolutely amazing. The Logistics Lounge. Like, I don't know if you think about this, Hunter, but I don't know. For some reason, I do regularly. Is like of all the people that we have met in the lounge and like all the connections that we have. Steve said send him a link. Can you want to do that, Hunter? You want me to?
Yeah, send it to Steve. I gotta hit the broker room real quick.
All right, cool. Steve, I'm a DM it to you, man. Freaking Steve. I'm gonna send it to you on LinkedIn, Steve. That's where I'm gonna send it to you. So, because I can't DM you on uh, YouTube. Anyway, we're just gonna sit here and chill while Hunter's gone. I'm gonna try to do this by myself, like I did the first day, and hopefully it's not an absolute disaster. So, you know what I'm gonna talk about? I'm going to talk about Spill Bully. Yeah, because I'm wearing the T-shirt. Hey, yeah, you need to go. You need to go and follow Spill Bully. Old Carlos Medina, man, he's a really cool guy. We actually got some things in the works with Spill Bully. You are really going to like it. We're actually trying to do a product launch that will only be available with the Logistics Lounge, and that's all I'm going to say. So we've got some amazing things happening in the background. Good, Hunter, you're back. All right. What I was saying was, I don't know if you think about this, man, but I think a lot about the connections and the people that we've met. Folks like Steve, man, and IT Brian, people like Matt, Taylor, Shifra, Claudia, like all of these people that we have been able to hang out with and get to know and pull into our collective and stuff, man. You know what I mean? Yes, Brian. Yes, I love it. Absolutely great. We're gonna find some new pictures, Brian. Hunter and I got to take some new ones and make like some crazy lounge worthy stuff. But yes, so but anyway, all the folks we met, man, all the things that we are able to do or connect other people with, like Matt with tracking, or IT Brian, it's with the stuff that he does. Steve with the drayage and now the transloading, people like TJ that are large fleet owners, that have people like Josh, same thing, large fleet owners that and have built, massive brokerages and transportation programs for, billion-dollar companies. It's just I don't know, man. It's really humbling and it's cool, man. That our little space is able to bring all these people together from across, so many different, genres and industries, and all these players, big, small, medium, and come together and be able to, help each other out, dude. Help ourselves out, man. I think that's freaking amazing. No, Rob, I don't think about that at all. Fucking cool, man. Good talk.
Wait, who said this?
I'm trying to look.
Because that sounds like a cool thing to me. I'd put my name
look.
on some whiskey. Probably make that work.
Man, I can't see the comments anymore because I clicked out of the page, dude. So I don't know who it is.
Oh, is that's probably Kyle.
Yes,
He said,
it is.
"Come on, you know who it is." That's the only person.
Oh yeah, I actually never mind. I just saw it on Facebook. I bet you it is Kyle. It's always
Kyle.
It's always fucking Kyle. And because he never comments on my page, that's why you can't see that it's him.
Ninja Kyle.
Ninja Kyle. That's right.
The slowest ninja in all the lands.
The slowest ninja in all the land.
What's up, Mr. AR Doc?
What's up? Happy Wednesday.
What's going
That's
on,
one
brother?
person I wish we could get on the show. Like my own boss. I haven't had my own boss on the show. Like y'all have no idea the fucking hilarity that is Kyle Graves, dude. He is an absolute freaking nutball.
Dude, we should set that up because I've talked to Dan, my boss, and he's down to get on the show. So we just had a battle of the bosses.
Yeah. Well, that's fine, Kyle. I know you're still working now, but we're gonna set up a day, Kyle. We're gonna set up a day for you to come on. Obviously, if you wanted to come on right now, I would drop you a link and you could come on. But I'm sitting here looking at our Slack and I see that my thing's still green, so we're technically both still at work.
If you never turn the computer off, you're always at your desk.
Yeah. So funny. That's the thing about Slack.
Wake up at 5 a.m. and pop open the laptop just to look like I'm doing good, and then go back to bed for a little bit.
That's the thing about Slack, man. Is you have your little icon and shit on there, so when you're not there, it tells you you're not there or whatever. But I ain't worried about it. Even when I'm not here, I have my phone with me, and I'm still fucking.
That's right.
I've literally been at the VA, man, doing physical therapy, sitting here moving freight. I'm serious, man.
Ow!
Yeah, I'm serious as shit, dude. Sitting there in the middle of my doc's appointment. My doc's like, "So, Rob, we need to talk about your..." Hold that thought. Like, let me book this load real quick. Oh man, Steve, what's up, bro? Cephas?
Not much, man. Just enjoying Wednesday.
Sounds like you're enjoying it as much as we are.
I don't know if you guys can see if Dale's still on. I had a crazy topic or a question I wanted to ask you guys and get your opinion on it.
Yeah, for sure. Dale, if you're still watching, brother man, let us know. But
if not, I can shoot him a text and see if he can hop on.
So, I get inspections are important, right? And I know that brokers all look at carriers' inspections and see how many they've had and the percentage and all that stuff, right? And then they look at out of services, whatever. So if you're a carrier that goes and gets put into you go by weigh stations all the time, you get pulled in there, but they just don't stop you for it, or you're going into the port and DOT actually looks at you, but they don't pull you over. You have to physically, if you want an inspection done, you have to physically go make an appointment to have one done. That blows my mind that just like if you get pulled into a weigh station and they don't flag you for something, that doesn't go against some kind of record to show that you're traveling around, so it doesn't look like you're a carrier that never gets any inspections. I think,
Dude,
I think it's. Go ahead.
Oh no, finish what you're about to say.
No, I think it's crazy because it's like, you got people like us, like we drive a ton, and we're always up and down 26 and into North Carolina and Georgia and everything else, and we very rarely ever get pulled in where they have us do an inspection, and unless we go and schedule an appointment to actually have one done. But yet somebody else could get pulled in there and have out of services. Like we have no out of services. Somebody else can get in there and have out of services, but yet they're higher because they're actually getting counted as having more inspections. I think it's a crazy system that we don't get credit for it more.
We've actually we actually had a guy on the show, which I've been trying to get him on. I actually just talked to him today, and he's had some things happen. But his name is Joe. He was a DOT officer for like 20 years, man. I mean, out there doing the stuff in the thick of the shit, and does a bunch of stuff now still related to the industry, just for the actual federal government. But what he had told us is that and we've actually had some other people on to kind of mirror the same thing, but like these DOT officers, they have a quota. We actually got told that by a Kentucky DOT officer at Matt's, but they do have a quota. And so they'll pull trucks in and they'll do like paperwork inspections and stuff, but they'll do those because they don't technically have to go in if they don't find anything wrong and report it in the system. For like showing that they did an inspection. Now they put it in their internal system saying, "Hey, I pulled in, Talamo Logistics, or I'm sorry, Cleves Logistics, truck number, blase, 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 that's it into their system." So usually that's the sucky thing is it's kind of like reviews. Most people don't leave a review unless they've got some shit to talk. You know what I'm saying? And that is a really crappy thing. And I don't know. I agree with you, Steve. I think it's stupid. Me personally, like I've said it many times, I drove for 10 and a half years. I could count on one hand probably how many times I've ever been pulled in for an inspection.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got to think about that. That's a long fucking time to be driving. And
but how many times did you pull in and go through a weigh station, but just get the green light and got to keep going?
That happened a lot.
Probably several, right? So why doesn't that count, right? If it shows your truck, your tag number pulling through there, and you got a green light to go, even though they didn't do the inspection, it should still pull on there as something to show that you're running up and down the highway, right? And I mean, think about it, right? How many times do you just pull up to a cop in a parking lot and say, "Hey, I just wanted to see if you wanted to see my driver's license, my registration, and my insurance card because I've got them all here." How many times do you just randomly do that? But yet, if you don't get pulled over for an inspection on your own, you literally have to go to a site and say, "Hey, can you do one?" Like we've only had one inspection in the 3 years we've been in business. One inspection, and that was one that we initiated to do because we had to do it in order to pull for Maersk.
Yeah, back in the day, and hold on, Kyle, I'm gonna pull your comment up in a minute, bro. Back in the day, you used to be able to just pull into a DOT weigh station and ask for an inspection.
Oh, you still can.
Well, yeah, I've heard stories of truckers trying to do that, and the DOT officer's like, "No,
nope, yep, they won't.
They just want to sit back and they're just like, no."
The one that we have on file that we did is exactly we did exactly that. When we needed to pull for Maersk wouldn't let us pull for them when we first got started.
Well, shout out to Corey, you gotta, I don't know about that, man. You gotta.
He's told me about it, dude. He's bringing a solution to the table, but we won't get into it too much.
Well, yeah, no, I don't want to, but we got to get into it so we can be ahead of it and have that individual or that company on the show. Here's my boss's comment. But you were suggesting there should be a way to see that. Can you imagine the broker calls and says, "Hi, Steve, I saw that you passed the Buckeye Arizona scale 75 times in the last 30 days. I have a $300 load from Phoenix to LA today. If you'd like to run that for me," and he said, talk about invasion of privacy. carriers don't even like us using macro point. Never mind tracking them every time they pass a scale.
Dude, every single carrier I use, we put on macro point, and if you don't,
Yeah.
you are liable to a
Or maybe it's
deductible
something.
rate.
Maybe it's something you can request to turn on or
But
turn
that's
off.
not an
for
invasion
your
of
DOT
privacy.
number.
That's
No,
just showing
dude,
that truck is actually yours, and you run it, and it's operated underneath that
he's right
authority.
though. He's right. I want one broker to come on this show, Hunter, you too, and tell me you ain't never had a fucking carrier say something or bitch about being tracked.
I mean,
Or
back in the day, like, but dude, ever since I've started working
we
for
get
Rain
it.
Dogs, that's never been an issue.
Dude,
It's never
we
been an
get it.
issue one time.
I've gotten it. I've gotten it so many times
Because it's
as of
easy,
late.
dude. I mean, you're avoiding like it's either that or I blow your fucking phone up with check calls.
I know.
What do you?
Hey,
Which one do you want? And I know that there's some mega carriers out or mega brokers out there that even if you give them tracking, they will
Hunter,
call you
can
time
you
and
do
time again.
can you do this real quick for me?
But
Um,
but this invasion of privacy shit is such bullshit. Dude, you carry a fucking cell phone.
but
Half the
see,
apps you use nowadays ask, "Can we track your location?"
And even
Tell
if you
me
say
I'm
no,
wrong,
they're still
dude. Like
tracking you
that's
because you're still getting shit in your Facebook or your email of
yeah.
exactly what you were talking about on the phone or where
Yeah,
you
you
went.
talk about a pair of fucking
but
socks, and you're gonna
you're
get
literally.
socks pulling up in your feed.
I'm
I
not.
can't
Exactly.
hear that invasion of my privacy shit. That's such.
I'm not trying to like degrade carriers here or anything, but I mean, you're talking about a group of people that talk about the inward facing cameras fucking watching them live time, and like, dude, it's false.
Well, that's a
I
totally different thing. That's a totally
No, I
different
know,
thing.
but what I'm talking about is, dude, they're big on the invasion of privacy thing. They are. I understand it, but also you have to think about how who and how is who is going to be in charge and how is that data going to get relayed to
Well,
either FMCSA or what platform are we going to have that says, oh, Talamo uh, 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 um, pass through or Cleve,
You're fine.
logistic.
yeah, Cleve's passed through, this way station 800 times. Like FMCSA is not going to upload that shit. You know what I
No.
mean? So like it promotes a lot of products. Regardless,
Well,
I'm with you.
they think if you accept macro point, you can see their logs and like everything about
Well,
them.
and
No,
I'm not saying necessarily that it has to be done or that it should be done. What I was saying is if you don't get credit any other way. No
Boom.
shit. Or stop
How was
fixing
Kyle
shit
on
and
the
start having
boycott
like
saves thing already?
He started it. He started it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
There it is.
he started the boycott stage.
All right, Teddy Tugboat.
All right, so here it is. I'm going to drop it here first. It's going live with you. Truck Insight Hub is something that I'm in the process of building. We're hoping to try to launch this summer. What we're trying to do is do these inspections roadside. So basically, a level 1 inspection where we're going to go through anything and everything they would on a level 1, create a database, and then allow that database to be accessed by the brokers. We're actually in talks with someone else about bringing in the safer data as well, so that with looking up your DOT or MC number, you will now be able to see recent inspection, anything that's on your safer and or everything about the driver, truck, trailer that was presented at the time of inspection. And we're trying to launch this summer. I've got a team of former DOT truck inspectors that we're going to try to roll out. Our hope is that we roll them across, we set up appointments. So work with somebody like Truck Parking Club, grab 6 spots in Iowa, the 1st through the 5th, show up. We'll do, book an appointment, get set up. We'll do your inspection. We'll get you all set up and then and get you rolling.
That's awesome.
So that's what we're trying to put forth now. The only rub that I'm finding, and I'm trying to find a workaround for it, is I don't want truckers to necessarily pay for it, but at the same time, somebody's got to pay for it. So that's the one rub that we're still trying to work through. 150 or $200 to get this isn't necessarily horrible, but I also understand the current market and don't necessarily want the driver to have to come out of pocket. But these guys aren't free. My time's not free. You got costs associated with building it. So I got to figure out how that's going to work.
Well,
Still
let's think
yet,
about it like
but
this, Tugboat Teddy. I mean, what's $250 to losing out on work?
10 loads or
Oh,
100 loads or
Yeah.
whatever, right? And that's how
Mhm.
I look at it. And I know there's going to be two factions, right? There's going to be one of the things that we're working through is if I can build the compliance side. When you get put into DOT jail and you've been had your PP slapped by the DOT, they put you in timeout status. You've got to come up with a plan to come out of that. And one of the things that we've been talking with some groups about is there's groups out there that they'll go in and help you square away your driver files, your filings, your MCS, 150s, your box. They'll go in and do all that paperwork stuff. But what they don't do is they don't do the physical asset anymore. So what, they never have. That's not really their thing. So we're in talks with a couple of those groups as well. So if, you're an at-risk carrier and you've got to come up with a compliance plan, we'll go in and talk to you about your units and your tractors and your trailers and maintenance program and that sort of thing as a way to kind of offset whatever costs I don't really want to apply to drivers. But and then there'll be obviously some sort of a per transaction fee for the broker to access the information. But that's what we're trying to launch this summer. That's what we're trying to get rolling. That's what Truck Insight Hub is. That's what we're gonna work towards here.
Oh, that's awesome.
dude, that's
That's
fucking that's pretty sick, man. That's seriously, man. That's good idea. And I want to say the fact that
We're trying to launch this summer.
you're
That's what we're
thinking
trying to.
about other people that man, like Evan with Truck Parking Club, man. Like I think that's a good idea right there. Like that is awesome. Like finding a space that you could just bring and make appointments, like you said, and bring a bunch of people together at once and say, hey, let's just run through this little thing real quick. Hour appointment, whatever it may be, and do that. Dude, that's amazing, Corey. Like it really is, brother, man. Applause to you, my friend. Applause to you.
Yeah, and it's and it is anyone that's been through one knows it should take roughly an hour. So my hope is that that you're setting up for a 30-minute. You're down for another 30 maybe after that, or you're pulling in on a break. So that I'm not. We're not trying to interrupt the flow of commerce here. We're trying to keep you moving, but also find a way to do this
Hey,
so
what
that
about
we
what
can build
about
it.
what about you got shows like Matt's or the Texas Truck Show where these drivers just come in on their own time. I mean, shit, at Matt's there was a parking lot of I don't know 300 trucks outside of the show trucks, maybe more. Hey, what if we just come by your rig and we'll inspect your truck while you're in there enjoying all the shit that's going on, and boom, and then the name starts getting out.
Well, that that too, and one of the the other things that we've been kicking around is obviously this is a big gain for shippers, right? When you start talking about double brokering, ghost trucks, fraud, cargo theft, this is something shippers could really take hold of. Working with the shipper to say, hey, you've got a yard full of trucks, at your DC. Let us come in and hit them while you're loading them,
That's right.
or hit the basics while you're loading them, and then once they pull off the dock, we can just do the quick trailer or whatever it is. Trying to work with a shipper to hit them while they're already sitting there, thumbs in their ass waiting for something to do.
And even even those small to medium sized fleets, man. Those folks that have enough space, a yard or whatever, and they got their 10 or 20 trucks there, man. The drivers come home for the weekend, and Corey, you're like, hey, let us come in here on Saturday. We'll sit here and do, or Saturday and Sunday, we'll sit here and do all 10 or 20 or 30 or 50 or whatever, however many trucks you got. and get these things, these inspections submitted, and your driver rolls out Monday, they don't have to worry about that. You know what I mean? And also another great thing about this, I mean, maybe you thought about this, maybe you haven't, but this also will prevent carriers from downtime on the road, because if this stuff is actually submitted to the FMCSA and the databases the DOT uses, when you get pulled in for an inspection, they're going to see, oh, well, they just had, a level 3 or whatever done, a month and a half ago, or 6 weeks, whatever, that is a month and a half,
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, by, Insight. And they know, oh, Insight is staffed by actual DOT officers. We know this was done properly, up to the level and stuff like that. So, I mean, there's another huge selling point on it. I mean, it really could help stop the effect of stopping the flow of commerce, man, out there on the road with something like that.
Well, that and that's the thing. We've been bantering around as well. I just have to look at the local implications of it, but each district might be a little bit different. But I can do an annual inspection in New Hampshire, so for me to do an annual inspection, while we're basically doing a level 1, it's the equivalent to an annual inspection. So is it something that we would be looking to offer the sticker as well while we're in there? Maybe I there's some jurisdictional issues I got to figure out, but that might also be a way to get your annual in while you're at it. We finish everything up, we slap an annual sticker on it too, because we're doing a level 1. So
Hey, Teddy, tugboats, inspection and loop.
Hey, boats and toes, baby. Boats
and
and toes.
That's it. Boats and toes. Boats and
Which,
toes.
by the way, Teddy, I'm gonna make a couple mock drafts. I need you to let me know what you think.
Yeah,
I
no
don't know if
doubt.
you heard,
Yeah.
but we're getting the website launched here. Well, the website's already in a soft launch, I guess. But yeah, man.
Yeah,
Put some,
I don't know if he's leaving. I don't know if he's leaving that up or pulling that down and putting it back to the holding page. I think he's just putting it up for like an hour to let people see it.
let's see.
It sounds pretty typical with you. Soft launch. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, I can't throw them in the comments. I might as well bring them live, right?
Hey, shout out to Shoreline Capital.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Soft launch
I'm not
is just
sure.
as sure of a thing as Shoreline. Okay.
I'm not sure it's as sure as Shoreline.
Oh, man. I need to re-edit the video, man. I just thought about that. I got that picture that you took. I need to re-edit the video and add that shit like right at the very end. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I definitely tried to give him the bedroom eyes in it. So yeah, I mean, hopefully it works.
Who was that guy? Was that actually one of your drivers?
Yeah, it's one of my drivers. Yeah.
All right. I didn't. I mean, you said you just dragged this guy off the street, and I was like, makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
He found some dope head sitting at the truck stop. Hey man, I'll buy you McDonald's.
He's too big of a boy to be a dope head.
Yeah. Y'all think that lot lizards are just women? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh my gosh, bro. What do you got going on right now, man? What are you picking up? A Lambo, a Rolls?
Hunk of shit hybrid Explorer.
Oh yeah. Fuck,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, we just pulled into the auction, so I got dude, the bugs are nasty up there. They're brutal, man. It's crazy. I don't know where you're at, but I don't know, it's like big yellow guts, man. It's crazy. I wash the damn thing every night and it don't matter.
You know what? I would be willing to bet that Bull Snot has a product that'll help you with that.
Bull Snot.
Bull Snot.
Are they a sponsor?
No, we just love Van. Van
right.
Brown is the owner, but Bull Snot, I can't believe you ever heard of him. Well, I mean, I say that I've never heard of him until the show, but dude, he has a whole line of products for like truckers, man. Everything from like leather cleaner to windshield stuff to, I mean, all kinds of stuff. I can't even tell you all the stuff he has, but Bull Snot, man, go search him up, dude. Van Brown. And if you decide you want to order something, let us know, Corey, because we could get you a little code from Van to get you like some percentage off or whatever. But yeah, I'm for real, man. Go check it out. He like drivers come to him with ideas and say, "Hey, I think this would be cool if you could make this chemical," and he's like, "Okay." And then goes to his R&D team and finds a way to make it, and then fucking puts it on the market. Like, I mean,
That's
it's really
nice.
good shit, man. Yeah.
Wait, what were you looking for there, Teddy?
I was looking to see if it was as sure as Shoreline.
Oh, dude, yeah, Bullsnot is sure line. I mean, look at this business
Nice.
card.
Yeah.
Look at this
Nice.
business
Poker
card,
chips.
bro.
Nice.
Yeah,
Bro.
I
It's a
love it.
poker.
I might steal
Yeah.
that from him. Might steal that from him, Rob. We might need to steal that from him.
Dude, that
That's
I
such a
should have
like
got. I
nobody
should
will
have
throw
got
those out. That's something you put in your pocket and you're like, that's cool. Flipping around a
Yeah.
little bit.
Well,
Yeah.
you're gonna get a bunch of them. You're gonna you're gonna get the chance to chill with them at large cars and guitars.
You got that right.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good time. Hey, did I tell
Hell
you
yeah.
that Taylor's gonna let me go out on stage and bring on the band?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, dude. And I think he might wear the Only Freight hat.
Bro, if he wears the Only Freight hat live on stage, that shit is going to be so sick, dude.
Rock and roll,
That
dude.
would
I
be
might.
so sick.
Yeah. Got some plans for that. I need to get. Yeah, that's coming up in like 3 weeks. So I need to. Cause I'll get to meet Tony Justice and the gang there too. There's gonna be a lot of people there. So that'll be
Yeah.
a good
And
time.
Yeah.
Red, you gotta,
And Tony puts that together, right? Tony Justice puts that
He
whole thing
does.
together.
He does.
So
It's actually a really interesting story. So like his wife had cancer and so I don't know, he took a break off music during that time and thank the Lord she got through that and they wrote some songs together and now like it's like they just put that on and it's like yeah, Tony Justice's thing and it's like not even really a truck show, man. It's really just like a show for truckers. Like it's they have their show trucks and whatnot, but like it's cool, man. It's cool. It's 3 days of just people hanging out and
yeah,
kicking it in the best part of the world.
yeah,
East
partying it up.
Yeah.
Hunter is
And
gonna have,
where is it and when is it?
Kodak, Tennessee, May 9th through the 11th.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'll probably be there on the 10th and the 11th, but
Hunter's gonna have unfettered access. That's what fucking Hunter's gonna have.
oh dude, yeah, I've been working on this, man.
Hunter's going to do well between Taylor and Van and Redneck Steve, dude, like you're gonna get to talk to and be everybody, bro. Like,
Yes.
I mean, holy shit, man.
Yes. They're gonna be like, "Who's this fucking kid? How long you been driving for?" I'm like, "I'm a broker." Like, don't
Yeah.
say that. here's a
don't
cheat
say
card.
that out loud. Yeah.
We're
Don't
we're
say
gonna,
that out loud.
we're
You
gonna
drive
get
a
to watch.
Peterbilt.
We're gonna get to watch Hunter get tarred and feathered live on YouTube on stage.
It's all set up, but hey, you know what? That's good content. That's good branding. It's for the lounge.
They're gonna you're gonna tell me your
Logistics
broker
Lounge
like, hey,
co-host.
you're gonna tell me your broker like, hey, we need a volunteer for the dunk tank.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. It's weird. Why does that dunk tape have a rope over the top of it? Yeah. Yeah. Weird. Yeah.
You're like, oh, but there's a bottle of Jack Daniels in there. Like, oh, okay, that sounds cool. I'll go in there.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
before I got to jump off here real quick, but if anybody listening has if you I did put a Truck Insight Hub Twitter up. If you have suggestions, comments, whatever, hit it up and let them fly, man. Let's hear your thoughts. Which when talk about is it something you're willing to pay for, not pay for, why, how would you like it set up? If you get any questions, comments, whatever, that page is definitely rolling. So I check it almost as frequently as this one, but let's
Hey, Dad.
let
Actually,
it
man,
fly.
if you wanna put together like a little summary of your goals and plans and whatever, just send it to Rob and I, and we'll post it up on our individual pages. Give you like a separate shout out because
For sure,
this
bro.
is something like as you know from the X community that people that just want to complain about stuff are continuously complaining about. So putting it out there and getting that conversation going, I mean, we're just trying to build this bridge. Shout out Baltimore. We're gonna make it a
So,
strong bridge, a real strong
yeah,
bridge. Okay,
yeah.
but
Even boats can hit our bridge, baby.
that's right.
Yeah. All right, guys. Hey, be good.
All right, you
I'll
too,
get
brother.
back on a little bit
Have a good
later.
night.
Take it
All
easy,
right,
man.
later, homie.
That's neat, dude. Yeah, that's what I was
That's
telling you
cool.
about before, Rob. He's working on something really
Now,
neat, man. And I think that'd be. I mean, it's a problem that's just now coming up, and it's crazy. I've been keeping up with this thing with the inspections, and it's not something that's never even popped my mind. But I've been a little bit more lenient on it. If I can get you on the phone as a driver, and I see that you've been in business for a while, you have miles under your authority, like that's cool. And if I can talk to you on the phone and like I can see you're a legitimate driver, I'll give you that load, no worries. But now that it's taken business away from like that's crazy. Like for you, Steve, even like I mean, I guess for Mersk that's understandable, but
well, yeah, I mean, I
it is
got the,
difficult to get it done because like like you don't see that happening for drayage carriers. Like you don't
yeah,
see that for guys that drive at night because all the scales are closed. Like
yeah.
it's not as common as people think, and now
Well,
it's
like
just
my business partner and I were talking about, it threw me off. Is like, I mean, we'll pull into the port and they'll pull us over, and
yeah,
they'll check us real quick and then we'll leave. So we're getting stopped by a DOT officer, but we don't get credit for that. Like, hey, there
I'll
was
be
nothing wrong, you
reported.
to go. So there's so many times that we get seen that we don't get credit for at all, even if it just says, hey, just to show that we're running around. But like I said, unless if you would you pull into a gas station and pull up to a cop and say, check my license? You know what I mean? Even though you're not doing anything wrong, you just don't do that. And to
Weird,
know that you
yeah.
have to do it in this system to get an inspection, like you could have a higher rating. Somebody that could have more inspections, even though they're out of service, is higher. They could have a better risk rating than somebody that has zero out of services but just has less inspections. It's like it's blows my mind. So I appreciate you letting me talk about it because it's been on my mind for a little bit. And
No, I mean that's at least it's shaking it up somewhat from the fraud side of things, like which fraud always needs to be talked about. But this,
mm-hmm.
fraud has obviously impacted just our community in general. But now seeing like actual reputable drivers out there getting affected by this, like that sucks. That's shitty. We're going in the wrong direction at that point.
Yeah.
But if it's going to be like that, then there's got to be a solution.
Yep.
Can't just sit by the wayside and have the old chicken sitting there at the coop, not wanting to do their job.
And that's
I
change
don't know why.
subject. When are my hats coming? When are my hats shipping?
Put them in yesterday,
Oh, okay.
so it should be there in about
That was a mess, man.
week and a half. I don't know. I'll give updates, man. I actually,
Oh, Hunter.
yes,
Well, when you're done, I'll tell you the news I got today.
they're being fulfilled. They'll be there next week, Steve.
Cool. Thanks.
What's up, Rob?
So, well, we haven't said it yet, but because we haven't thought about it, but next week, I think it's next week or the week after. I'll check the calendar. Road Dog Coffee is coming on the show. If you don't know who Road Dog Coffee is, go look them up. But anyway, they sent me our tracking numbers for our fucking coffee today. Dude, he told me Spencer, which is the owner, let me see what he said. He said, dude, doing a few stickers, and he gave us the same hat that only Dooner has. So yeah, pretty freaking cool. So you and I are going to get a hat and some stickers, and he gave me our tracking number. So I'll actually DM you this right now, dude. I'm so excited
Is it
to
the
get.
FedEx? Is it through FedEx?
Yes, it is.
Okay, then yeah, somehow FedEx
Okay,
has my
okay,
information.
cool.
So yeah,
All right, cool.
but
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know what Hat Dooner doesn't have
Huh.
is the dad of two roadside assistants.
That's dude. I'm waiting on Corey to get his new shirts so I could
Oh,
get new.
dude. Oh, man. I meant to bring that up. So I figured out. So you know how like this one's super tight on me? I think it's a women's shirt, dude. Because it's
I,
cut like I don't. It's cut high, dude. And I was thinking about it. My buddy brought it up. He was like, if that's a tow truck company and it's a 2X, like think about what tow drivers typically look like? He's
I,
like, "You think that?" I was like,
I,
"God damn."
I
So
want
I think I'm gonna make it a cutoff. I'm gonna make it just a classic cutoff shirt.
I want to say that he did that on purpose.
Yeah. Well, shit. I saw that he had a hoodie and he just like had one hanging on the back of his chair, like his is hanging on the back of my chair right now. But he was like, "You want one of these?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I don't care. I just have it. I might cut the patch out and make it on a new hat. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I have it, and that's all that matters. It's like all these Cleve's logistics pins I don't know what to do with except for
Yeah, I just
this.
ordered a whole box of AR Doc Pro spinner pens, so I'll just send you one of those.
Oh god. That's good.
Dude,
It's saving
what
my pin budget.
what I want to make, man, is I want to make some of those freaking stickers that you sent to Josh, bro. Those things have not left my brain since I seen that fucking post that he did.
Oh,
Like,
did you see
I
that
was
Reed got his logistics lounge one too?
no, I didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, he put it
You
on his
got a stick?
desk.
Oh, you gave him a sticker? He got a sticker?
Yeah, bro, that's like my new thing. I'm just like tagging in some stickers. Steve, I did not give you any stickers because we're working on some other ones. I didn't know if you were a sticker guy or not, but you got the hats. You got the hats.
So I do on the back of the toy hauler I'm making. It's going to have like places where we've gone and read road or whatever, but I'm more than happy to put a cool ass logistics
Okay,
loan
we'll have to
sticker
give you a
back.
bigger one then, because the ones I got were like 3x3s, and they're not that. They don't look as like they're not as big as I thought they'd be. So we'll have to. I don't know. We'll come up with something here. We'll come up with something,
Yeah. We'll fucking
Brian.
do, man. You know, with this website, man, like it's really gonna help and like step up our freaking merch game, dude. You know what I mean? Like for real, we're gonna be able to put like our whole offering on there, man. That stuff is oh my
Yeah,
god, it's
because
gonna be
and
awesome.
that'll be nice too. Because like, shout out Dispatch Ninja, love that. But I know that man has a whole other job, and he did that for us on the side, which nothing but love. Which I'll have to get him to get in touch with Brian too, because I don't know how to connect the store we currently have with our Slack and or what is not Slack, it's what Stripe, I think it is, and our AWS.
Oh,
I
the
think he
payment.
already knows how to do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we already have one set up, so like I don't know if we need to shut down the one we currently have for our domain, or I would hate to do that, but I don't know. I don't know. That's
Yeah,
it is what
and
it is.
then we'll have to what you have to get Dev to like shut down the old one once we get the new one up.
Dude, I feel like if Dev and Brian got in contact with one another, that
Yeah.
would be the perfect situation because they know what they're talking about and it could get done very easily. So, but yeah,
Dev,
and
yeah, that shit was cool for Dev, man. He did that like just
we
to
just
play
saw he's
around.
like, "Oh, you use this website? I've been wanting to mess around with their API."
Yeah,
It's like, all right,
yeah, that shit was pretty cool.
I
Yeah,
don't
it
even
was.
know what that is.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's like looking at a Chinese menu when I talk to my brother sometimes.
I did.
Oh, dude, that's what I did. That's funny. That's what I was telling that man the whole time. He was like, "Well, you need to do this and this and this and this." And I was like,
Oh,
"I don't know what that is,
I just
bro."
sit here nodding my head and then I just wait for the cool shit to get sent to me on a link.
Yeah. He's
Exactly.
like, did you hear what I said? Yes, I heard every bit of it. Did you understand it? None of
Nope,
it.
didn't understand a word.
I heard all of it, but I don't fucking know what the hell you were talking about. Dude, Brian is man. Steve, you and Brian are freaking awesome, man. Like
Did I
y'all
ever
are.
tell you the story about us when we grew up? We shared a room together,
Uh,
and he's 3 years older than me. Yeah, something like that. And so he got this one year for Christmas. He got a freaking Commodore 64. We're gonna show his age real quick here. And that frigger was a 2-finger pecker on the keyboard. I still have nightmares, and I wake up to hear to his fingers just pecking at the friggin' keys all night when my ass is trying to sleep. Because he was a night owl, and he just wanted to stay up all night pecking on that computer. But I guess now it pays off because now he does shit for me. So
Was he playing the Oregon Trail or something like that?
seriously, he's over there pecking on the computer, and that was back when computers dialed up and shit. I mean, it was crazy.
Oh, Brian just shot something over. What's he saying? Offline page. Okay, page is offline, I guess.
Yeah, he just put it up for a little bit and then take it
That
down.
is cool though, man. It is crazy how fast he can do that shit. Like that.
Pedro, you're on mute.
I know. I just saw it, man.
Thank you for taking my role on
Fucking
that, Steve. It
technology
gets
rock.
exhausting
Yeah,
sometimes.
I know it does. It fucking does. I was floored by how fast he like did that. So like once we get all this shit together, man, like Brian's gonna be able to have that stuff like freaking like that, dude. And I mean, and obviously, I mean, look, dude, like he was able to make all those corrections like live time as we were feeding them to him. Like
Well,
that's
it's
just
just gonna make it so much easier too, because it's like come up with a new idea, a new design, something like a shirt, a hat, a phone case, socks. They even have tennis shoes available on our current provider, and it's like,
I want some Pumas.
yeah, well, we can't do that, but
Fuck Pumas.
maybe all we have to do is talk to Puma, I guess.
That's it, bro. We do. Hey,
I'm
like
not
listen.
getting no. I don't wear Puma. I ain't wearing no Pumas.
I'm telling you, man. Hey, I've worn a lot of shoe brands. Puma is my brand. Hey, if you got wide feet and not fat feet, wide feet, y'all know there's a difference. You got wide feet, telling you Puma's a brand you need to go with, man. I love me some fucking Puma. Plus, they're the sponsor of Ferrari. So like, boom, that's it right there. That's what I'm gonna tell them. I'm like, listen, look, you sponsor Ferrari, like you sponsor those fucking losers, and you don't want to come on the logistics lounge, boo.
Balls in your court, Ferrari.
Yeah, boss, yeah,
We want a Ferrari Sprinter van for a logistics lounge tour bus. All right,
yeah.
you don't do it, shame on you.
That's what I was saying, bro. Oh my gosh. I should DM Puma and be like, hey, we want an official logistics lounge line. I'll also
And if
say
you
here,
don't know who we are yet, you will soon.
you will soon. You will soon. I love some Puma stuff, man. I got a ton of Puma gear, bro. They're I don't know. I like them. And anyone who doesn't know, Puma is the founder is the brother of they both found Adidas. And when they separated, there was
How
Adidas
funny is
and
that?
then
'Cause
Puma.
I'm an Adidas guy, but you're a
Yeah,
Pumas guy. That is
Adidas. Adidas. I only like Puma, man. They're one of the few brands out there that like their stuff is true to size. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of clothing lines out there that one X is like a large or whatever. And I don't know. I don't know. I like Puma, dude. They're a cool little brand. I got mostly shoes, but I got some other Puma gear, man. Steve, how's your day been though, bro?
It's been good. Yeah,
Yeah.
just getting everything lined up for next week because I fly out Monday morning to go to Kansas City. I'm not doing the golf thing, so I'll get there Monday afternoon and hang out for a couple of days with everybody. So just trying to get everything wrapped up. Got a couple
That's good.
last minute
So fun.
overweight loads that came through for this balance of this week and beginning of next week. So it's been good.
That's gonna be so fun, man. I wish. I mean, I wish we could go. I think we're gonna go to the one that's here in Dallas.
Next in the fall.
Yeah. Because I just need some time, man. Do we have ever since we did Matt's, which was only a month ago, bro? We have been invited to so many fucking shows. It is crazy. I'm serious. Like Hunter's gonna go to large cars and
oh,
get
dude, I got a packed schedule. So next week I'm going to the Women in Logistics thing that Nashville Transportation Club's putting on. 2 weeks after that, Large Cars Guitars. First week of June is the Nashville Transportation Club golf tournament, and then it's the Texas Truck Show, and then I guess the Broker Carrier Summit. Oh, and
Yeah.
then the Iowa thing. So that's what
July
six
11th.
different things going on. I don't know. It's a
Dude,
lot.
if we can make that shit happen, bro, that would be so fun because the people that we're talking
I
about
think
doing
we
it
can make
with,
that work because I was looking at the uh the space of where some people are to where that is, and why not? we're trying to spread a brand out here. You know, get some
Yeah.
things.
Dude, you know we gotta just find one of the homies that fucking lives in Iowa. Like, you know, I think it's Des Moines. I'm gonna look it up. I think it's Des Moines that is closest to Walcott. But that's all we gotta do is find someone that lives near fucking Walcott and just stay with them. That's what we do.
Well, actually, I think one of my buddies is renting an
Des
RV.
Moines,
Or no,
it
he's
is.
buying an RV. So I'm gonna see if he'd be willing to just drive up there
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
can use
Well,
his RV.
anyone who lives in Des Moines or near Walcott, give me a shout. I'm all about saving money. I love things that are free 99.
With a coupon.
With a coupon, yeah. Okay. I know it's already free, but I got this coupon for 10% back. You know what I mean? I know that's fucking right, brother. I know that's fucking right, dude. Hell to the yeah, man. Yeah, we got a lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
big things going on in the world of the lounge.
Yeah,
Yes.
dude. Yeah, our day yesterday, Steve, was like, dude, I was in meetings half the day, like and half of that day was stuff allowed. Dude, we started with you, and then we talked to some other folks about the trucker jamboree at the Iowa 80, and for that show, and then after that we talked with some other people that want to like help the lounge grow and stuff like that. So and then I had like 2 meetings with customers. Like my whole day yesterday was nothing but fucking
You're earning your keep.
yeah, I'm earning my keep, and that's damn true, dude. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited, bro. This good things are happening, man, and this stuff is starting to spill over into my brokerage too, man. You know, like I'll just be talking to people, to shippers and stuff, and like we'll be in conversation. I'll just say, well, hey, man, you got to check my stuff out too, man, on the lounge. And man, I've set up 2 meetings already just based off the freaking lounge, man. Like it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty awesome how this shit like resonates with people, man. And
It
I don't
does.
know. I think it gives folks, if you like on at least on my end, it gives them an insight to like who I am. My strongest point, man, is my personality and my experience and stuff, man. But I'm not everybody's cup of tea, bro. You know what I mean? Like I don't really get on the phone and use large words, even though I've got a very good vocabulary. I'm just me, because I could get on the phone and talk to you about residuals and return on investment and how's your forecasting going, blase blase blase. But once we start doing business together, when I start calling you fucking bro and dude, and like you're like, who the hell is this guy? You know what I mean?
Where'd Pedro go?
Yeah, that's it, dude. That's it, man. So yeah, this
Now
stuff is
this show, man, you guys. I mean, what you guys bring together with this it's awesome. It really is. Like, I mean, it is. It's like watching the show Cheers back in the day, and everybody just sitting around and talking, and here comes Norm, and Norm. I mean, you guys just.
What do you have, Norm?
Yeah. I mean,
Did
it's
that
just.
that was dude, you just I know Hunter obviously knows who it is, which that's fantastic, but a lot of people don't. Can you just think about the cast on that show and the careers that those people had after that? But like, dude, I mean, you had freaking Woody Harrelson, Ted Danson, I mean, bro, Kirstie Alley, like all dude, that was a really, really well put together cast. One of the other shows that like off topic a little bit, but was Three's Company with John.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
The,
dude,
the,
with
the
him and
what's the two girls?
Stover.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that was another. That was just like a stellar freaking cast.
Dude, you know what'd be awesome if you actually had a Cheers event on here one day where like everybody, a character from the show, a guest was right. I mean, obviously you already know you can use Allie for what's her name there from Cheers, but
Yeah,
to literally have somebody from the show, because you can think about it right now, and there's a Norm out there, there's a Woody out there, right? You got everybody out there. It'd be funny to have the whole cast like just down here and everybody that part and just I don't know, just be an interesting fun to do.
bro, Hunter. Hunter. Like, we have got to find a way to do that. That shit would be so awesome, man. That would be a fantastic show right there, dude.
It's always possible. Nothing's impossible.
Anything is possible in the logistics lounge. Anything. You never know.
I think, dude, we need to get Liam Neeson on here since he seems to be like the one like A-list celebrity that was actually a truck driver back in the day. I don't know how, but he seems like he'd be a cool guy to get on here.
Hey,
So if anybody knows Liam Neeson,
somebody that's watching the show is connected to somebody that you want.
what is it? The rule of 6 or the rule of 7 or whatever it is?
Yeah. Somebody knows somebody.
Everybody. Yeah, I think you're right. It is like the rule of 7. I think it's what it
Yeah,
is.
the rule of 7's like somebody
you're-
knows that you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody.
We're not going to say it, but I mean, when we were at Matt's, like, we learned that we're few people away from like some of the like most known people in the world. That was crazy, dude. That was absolutely nuts, man.
We're one person away from Tucker Carlson and 2 people away from Elon Musk.
And Putin.
Yes.
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 How crazy! It's nuts, bro. It's nuts the fucking people you meet, man. It's absolutely crazy, bro. But anyway, man, I'm about out of.
Yeah, I'm gonna run. I gotta go find
out
that
of
one.
talk. My wife is, I don't know, she's cooking something, bro. She's always cooking something. Because what are you cooking? Smothered chicken and rice. Oh, motherfucker.
Gross.
Yeah, bro.
Dude,
Man,
anything with rice is good.
Dude, we love rice, dude. I mean, dude, we have jasmine, basmati, white rice, brown rice. Like, I don't know, man. We eat the shit out of some rice, bro. I love rice. But anything my wife cooks is absolutely amazing. I have never had a bad meal out of our kitchen, man. I can definitely say that. I mean, I will tell you this story real quick before we get off. Dude, when we first moved out on our own, I was 18 and she was 17. And we lived like literally in the fucking projects. Like, seriously, government housing. That's where we lived. And dude, we one night she was trying to find something to cook and she wanted to we had pork chops, is all we had left. And she didn't have any batter for it. So we had wick. If anyone doesn't know what WIC, it's women and children. You know, when you're pregnant and shortly after you have kids, you can go and get like milk and cereals and dairy products and stuff like that that are good for a mom and a child and stuff. But anyway, we got cereal. We used to get cereal from them. And my wife made honey bunches of oat battered pork chops. Bro, I'm telling you, like, I still to this day remember
good shit with cereals.
It was absolutely
cereal.
Dude, absolutely crazy. Honey bunches of oat battered pork chops. That shit was off the chain, man. Like, my wife could throw together some freaking food, dude. Absolutely, man.
That's awesome.
Steve, you have anything you want to say before we chop out this piece, broski?
Nah, looking forward to when he keeps coming with his website, and I think it's gonna be cool, man. I think it's gonna be awesome.
Oh, it is. Fuck yeah, it is, bro. It sure is.
I know this one's been on his radar to get work with you guys on this from the time I first introduced him to the show. I mean, he was like, we got to get, because the first thing he does, he goes to everybody's page and he's like, dude, they don't have a website. I'm like, well, sell them on one. So it took him a little while to get around to it, but he's this will be a good one. He's having fun with this one.
It is, because he'll have like almost complete freedom. You know what I mean? Like we'll give him an idea, but like he'll be able to put his own spin on it and stuff, man. It won't have a direction that he has to follow like with other people. So
that's what you'll like, is like you'll wake up in the morning and you'll log onto it and he'll make some changes overnight and just be like, hey, let me know if you like him. If not, I'll change them back. Like my website changes like daily. He just gets bored and he gets an idea and he goes on there and he changes it. Like my news feed has changed and the camera feed has changed. Like I couldn't tell you how many times since we put it on there. And he'll just come up with an idea. He'll throw it on there. He'll get your opinion. If you like it, he leaves it there. If not, he'll take it down, put it back. Like this is the way his brain works. It's just if he has a thought, he goes and puts it on there.
Just a little preview that he did today. I think there's as long as he just keeps using fucking spell check. Not playing. We're, it's like I'm not like I don't know. IT Brian is freaking amazing, man. Like, dude, that's yeah, freaking awesome, man. We're excited to work with you guys and see how crazy is that, how it comes full circle, Steve. You know what I mean? Before I let you go, like, dude, you come on the show and you start to do business with our sponsor, and then we're making connections between each other, becoming friends and stuff, and then here it comes around full circle, and now the Logistics Lounge is going to get to have a chance to do business with Brian. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like it's freaking awesome, man. Freaking
Yeah.
awesome. So Hunter, anything before we go to our sponsor break and then roll out this biznizzle?
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Big things coming up. More of a lackadaisical show today. Good show though. Good show. It's always good to see old
Matt.
Matt Clark in the building. Yeah, I had a brain fart there for a minute, but yeah, check out old Matt Clark. Check out old Talamo down here, Cleves Logistics. Hey, you gotta send me some pictures of that warehouse, by the way, Steve. I wanna
Yeah,
see
you
that.
over. I appreciate you making it grow a little bit bigger than it was. It's only 8,500, but
Oh, that's
appreciate
the
the 35.
35,000. I mean, there's
I
not much
mean, yeah,
in
it's
there.
just a little.
But we're gonna
Something,
set
something.
up that fishing trip. We're gonna set up the business fishing trip so I can go down there and examine, make sure
Yeah,
things are fine.
there you go.
I would love to come to Charleston, man. I really would.
Oh,
I'm a big history person, and my brother did some contract work there at the Navy base, and dude, he's just send me pictures, tell me all the time. He's like, dude, this place is so fucking beautiful and like history rich, and so yeah, I would love to
dude,
come
my
up there.
neighbor's got a bat. My neighbor, which is also my accountant, has a badass boat rigged up for fishing. We can take a little troll and go up there and throw some lines in and hang out on
Yeah,
the water, chase a few cargo ships around, and see if we got any work on there. And
yeah, we'll do. It'll be a yeah.
but
We'll make some content out there.
yeah, yeah,
Oh yeah,
that'd be
that
fun.
What's
should be
better? What's bigger, this fish or that boat? Obviously, it's gonna be the fish that I catch, but it's neither here nor there.
Right, right.
But everybody watching, stay tuned. Keep an eye on our new website. It's coming out. It's going to be the hottest thing on the market. If you have any ideas, things you'd like to see, as always, let us know, good or bad. Um, yeah, yeah. Like we're like in a growth spurt right now.
Yep.
Like I'm looking at us like as like a 12-year-old kid. Like we're just shooting up, man. We're
There you
growing
go.
into it, so it's going to be an exciting time. But
Later,
tomorrow,
guys.
good things going on. Friday, good things going on. Steve, one love, brother.
later, bro.
Later.
Later,
And
brother.
that's all I got.
Cool, man. I'm just gonna run off of what Hunter said, and we're always trying to improve here and take things to another level. We're all about feedback and trying to implement the things that you, the viewers, want, or just people, period. That say, hey, you should do this, and the website's one of those steps. We're about to level up on our swag. Our swag stuff. Hunter has just a shit ton of ideas that we're going to try to get. We're going to get pushed out, and we just got some great people coming on the show. We got some good things happening, a lot of things going on in the background that, we hint at every now and then. But, 2023 was a great year for us, like the second half. We got started in August and we've been doing this fucking thing and it's grown and we've got better and better. And 2024 was the year that Hunter and I said, man, we're going to grow, we're going to blow up, things are going to go to the next level. And that's just what we're trying to do. So, like Hunter said, stay tuned. We appreciate everybody being here and hanging out with us, man. We really do. It means a lot to us that y'all tune in 3 days a week and you listen to the debauchery that we have going on this show sometimes, or debauchery. I'm sorry, going on the show sometimes. We're gonna fucking said it wrong. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. So we're gonna row ahead. Row ahead. We're gonna row ahead. We're gonna row ahead and do this final sponsor break, and then we're gonna chop out this piece. Shoreline Capital. I mean, guys and gals, y'all seen all the people that have tagged us in Shoreline with how much they love doing business with them. Shoreline has tagged us. If you are a shipper, a carrier, a broker, if you're anyone that does business and has invoices with net terms that are maybe over like 7 days, you need to get that money fast. there really is nobody better to do business with than Shoreline Capital, because like our homie Corey has said, it is always a sure thing with Shoreline. Final comment. That's right. Truck Insight Hub 2024 is the year of the lizard. That's right. The Chinese need to redo their zodiac calendar and have the lizard on there.
Every
I agree.
year.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. Boycott Chinese zodiac calendar. No, I'm playing. Y'all all have a wonderful rest of your hump day. We'll be back tomorrow. I'd love to say the guest I got coming on, but they have not confirmed yet. So it may be a truck off Thursday. So, stay tuned and just see what happens. We'll catch all of y'all tomorrow at 15:30-ish Central Time. Have a wonderful night. We, again, appreciate y'all joining us. Chunk them deuces.